Hey, what's going on everyone? I'm the OPJellicent and we're back here on Pokemon Showdown. Got a team right here with a Choice Specs Landorus-T, which is actually a suggestion that was given to me in the comments section, and it definitely sounded fun, so figured I would give it a shot right here. Our Choice Specs HPS is able to OHKO opposing Landorus-T, Zygarde, and Garchomp. Sludge Wave is great against opposing Feeny and Tapu Bulu, and then Earth Power is just a really nice stab right here, and it doesn't really get many other coverage. You don't really want to run Psychic because Earth Power is your way to hit Toxapex anyway, so I just put U-turn on here, and then we got enough speed for Modest Manphy and max speed Tapu Fini, so that's a good speed tier to hit. Max special attack, of course, 32 HP just so we have an odd HP stat, and then the 4 in defense right here. So unfortunately it's still kind of walled by a lot of other Lando cheat checks, even if you would be physical, such as Celesteela, Skarmory, and Rotom Wash, so I figured Magnezone could definitely help out against all of those, being able to trap Celesteela and Skarmory, and weaken Rotom Wash with the Thunderbolt right here. Also just provides us some Volt Switch momentum and some speed control with the Scarf right here. Mega Pinsir is the next Pokemon on the team, and it also really appreciates Magnezone getting rid of all those Steel types, as I said, and it's able to go ahead and pressure bulky grasses like AV Tangrowth for this core, because neither of these two really break through that Pokemon, so Mega Pinsir is a good idea. Defog Tapu Fini has our Water Resist, and Rock's offensive Heatran right here, which I tried out for the first time a few weeks ago, and I have kind of stopped using it, but it's actually a good set, so I decided to go ahead and bring it back right here. Offensive Tran, I figured since we have another Steel type, I don't really want to worry too much about Lele, and we can go ahead and run a more offensive Heatran. And then finally, Spit off Tapu Bulu right here, which is a secondary Ash Greninja check. It also helps us out against opposing Landorus-T, which we definitely kind of struggle with, so yeah, that's going to be the team. It'll be down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out. And I'll be right back with our first game. Alright, I got the first game right here. I don't see Lando-T answers, but I also don't see my own Blacephalon answers, so this is going to be a pretty interesting matchup right here. I think Lando-T is a very free lead, as my opponent decides to lead off with their Lando-T. Ideally, I'm able to outspeed right here and just OHKO it right off the bat. That would be so funny. Maybe. I mean, we'll find out if it's Scarf, right? So that's totally fine with me too. Unfortunately, I mean, hopefully if my opponent does go for the U-turn, they got into something like Zygarde, ideally. They could go Pex 2 or maybe Scissor, but best case right here is I'm faster with my speed investment, and I'm able to just go ahead and OHKO this Lando right now, as I outspeed, and it just goes right down. So that's a really good start for me right there. And let's see what my opponent brings out next right here. I get to stay at full health. Out comes the Scissor. I can just go Magnezone. As much as I know the U-turn is coming into Blacephalon, I do not really mind Magnezone coming in right here, as Blacephalon is going to be my opponent's switch of choice. I really don't need this Pokemon, so I'm just going to Thunderbolt for damage, as my opponent decides to trick me a Choice Scarf, and that's good for me. I'm going to go ahead and maybe go Feeny here. It kind of covers this and Zygarde, so my opponent just goes ahead and forfeits right there, and I knew that I didn't need Magnezone, and Lando-T getting the first kill of the live really soon is definitely very cool, so I'll be right back with another game. Okay, I got the next game right here. Unfortunately, my opponent has a Rotom in this game, and my best way of hitting that with a Lando is with Sludge Waves, so I'm going to be a little bit more tough right here, but everything else does not appreciate Earth Power, so if I can pressure Rotom with Mega Pinsir, that could be good. I'm thinking Hippo lead makes a lot of sense, or Zoroark as Hippo could make sense too. So I'm thinking Tapu Fini can kind of cover both. Toxapex is not a bad lead either. This could be Zoroark and have Sludge Bomb, so I'm going to go ahead and scout right here with my Heatran. I can't get Toxic or anything, and if he sets up T-Spikes, he'll go back to Tapu Fini, but I'm assuming we see a Sludge Bomb right here, as it does appear to be the Zoroark, so that's very cool, and I don't see Magma Storm responses, so let's go ahead and throw one of these off now, as damage on Rotom Wash is great for my Landorus, so I'll take that. And yeah, we get a nice 40% off right there, and I don't even see what he can do to me right here, so I'll just go ahead and throw up a Rocks on what I'm assuming is going to be a Volt Switch. Tries to trick me, but I do have my Z moves, so that's very good, and I can actually just go ahead and throw off that Z move now and knock out this Rotom Wash. So Rotom Wash being gone means my Lando just clicks Earth Power this entire game now, and nothing's actually going to take it, which is going to be very cool. Decides to bring out Hippo here. I mean, against Hippo, I can just go Tapu Bulu, but Tapu Bulu is my response to this Pokemon. I can also just go Lando here, but I don't know if I 2-hit KO, so I'm just going to go Hippo. I mean, Tapu Bulu to respond to Hippo, as my opponent decides to go ahead and get up Stealth Rock, so that's totally fine, as I said. I do not mind that at all. And now I'll just go ahead and throw off a nice superpower here, expecting I'm expecting Ferrothorn, right? I don't know if he would go hard Zoroark. I don't think that would make the most sense in the world. So my opponent, is there any way I can tell this? It restored HP using Black Sludge, so I'm assuming it's pretty safe to assume this is the Toxapex. because Zoroark would have taken damage from Black Sludge. I'm able to Horn Leech for 52%. I don't really care about the Toxic too much, I'm not gonna lie. And here I'll just Horn Leech again. I don't care if Ferrothorn comes out. I have a Heatran, and my opponent does not have Magnastorm answers, so decides to go for Bankful Bunker as I'm already poisoned, so that's fine. This is actually Synthesis. I usually run Protect. Not sure why I didn't double check that, but let's go ahead and throw off another Horn Leech here on what I'm assuming is going to be the Ferrothorn, but my opponent decides to stay in, and I do get a nice roll right there, so that's cool. And my opponent has to go Zoroark here to revenge me, unless they want to go Ferrothorn and try to choke on my Superpower, but I would never Superpower. Goes Greninja. I mean, once again, Feeny is a good idea here, maybe. I'm just going to Horn Leech, though. I don't think this is Zoroark. And if they have Gunk Shot, it is what it is. Doubles to Hippo, and this is going to get O-Code, or at least take a lot. Superpower here in case they go Ferrothorn is fine, because it covers any other switch, too. And there's the forfeit, so really nice start right there. I knew once the Rotom gone down, I would just have a nice time with Lando, but unfortunately Lando never came out. So that was a good game anyway, and I'll be right back with another one. Alright, I got another game right here, and we're off to a pretty nice start. 2 pretty quick-paced games so far. Once again, I mean Hawlucha, not once again, but Hawlucha is a giant threat right here alongside Zygarde, but I think Landorus-T might be able to score a kill early, like for example right now. And let's go ahead and hit him up with that nice Specs HP Ice right here. If he outspeeds me, I'm going to assume it's Scarf. He decides to go for Rock, so this is most definitely Sash because of the fact that he is clearly running a Hyper Offense team. So I'm going to have to defog these if I want to win with my Pinsir, so I'll HP Ice again on the Explosion. Pretty obvious Explosion, but I'm not too worried about it. I still have Bulu to be able to help myself out against Zygarde, and as long as I keep Tapu Fini at full, as long with Mega Pinsir, I should be okay against Hawlucha, assuming the combination of Moonblast and Quick Attack can get the job done, but Heatran is my Magearna check against Zygarde. Zygarde's a bigger threat now, yeah. The only thing I can actually handle that with is Bulu. And then, of course, Manaphy is there, which is also a problem as usual. So this is going to get up screens. So I think I just go Heatran and get up my rocks. And yeah, he's going to taunt here, actually. So I can just go for the Inferno Overdrive to prevent the other screen from coming up, I think. He just goes for the other screen right away. So I'm very surprised about that. I was really expecting a taunt to go up first, but I'll go for rocks here, and my opponent's going to go for U-turn, which is not the worst. I think Tapu Bulu can 1v1 Zygarde anyway. Goes out into Manaphy here. I mean, I do have Electric Terrain Thunderbolts with my Magnezone, so I think that's my play here. So go ahead and hit him up with the Scarf Thunderbolt in the terrain, but it's probably not going to do as much as I want to anyway, which is a little bit unfortunate. He can Z-Rain Dance here and become quite a big threat. I think Tapu Bulu can take 1+3 Ice Beam, though, so that could be really good for me. I actually got a really big para on my opponent. That's not what I was going for at all, but that means I outspeed here this next turn. And I would have had to either wait until screens went down and could knock it out with Quick Attack. He's still faster, which is interesting. I'm actually very surprised about that. So with the para, my Pinsir should have no problem outspeeding here. Oh, never mind. The para has no difference on this game. I just realized that, so let's go Bulu here and see if we can make this happen anyway. I'll go right here for the Horn Leech on what I'm assuming is going to be a Psychic or a Surf. Wow, I can't believe I forgot about Hydration completely. I was like, how did he outspeed there? Yeah, Hydration went off right here, and I was still in the mindset of he's paralyzed, so that's interesting. I mean, I still have my Magearna check healthy. Yeah, so I'm able to go ahead and get rid of that Pokemon. Kind of a blunder on my part. I can't believe I just completely forgot about Hydration, but we still have a good shot at this game, for sure. I mean, Landorus can pressure the Hawlucha with HP Ice. And I can actually prevent that thing from setting up with my own terrain, which could be really nice here too. So I'm assuming Magearna's going to come out and start to do Magearna things, aka click Shift Gear, or maybe Trick Room. In which case, I mean, I don't really want to stay in since this is my way of not losing to Zygarde, so I'm just going to go out into my Heatran and attempt a 1v1 here. If he is Fightinium Z, he should be able to 1v1 me. Who's in the game? No one who I recognize. Yeah, if he is Fightinium Z right here, he'll be able to 1v1 me and probably win the game at this point, but he actually goes for Calm Mind first. I think Earth Power is stronger due to the fact that... Well, actually, first of all, I'm going to taunt here to make sure that he can't Shift Gear or Trick Room. Like, that's going to be a problem if he does that. And then following that, he actually just going to hard Zygarde. That's fine. I got to keep this healthy, so I always go to Landorus here first just to prevent him from doing the thing, the Dragon Dance. I can get an Intimidate off and then go Bulu after. Is kind of what I'm thinking. So he just goes right for the 1,000 arrows. I think if I get in Pinsir here, I could put in some work, but maybe Bulu is just the better option right now. I'm gonna go Pinsir though, and I'm going to click return. Because I can't really Earthquake due to grassy terrain anyway, so I don't see the point in that. I'll click return here, or I guess frustration, and if he's Glare, it'll be really unfortunate, but I think he would be a more Dragon Dance Coil variant, if anything. And Mega Pinsir has great defense, so it really doesn't mind anything that this thing wants to do. Best case is he stays in and just 1,000 arrows is for like probably 30%. Goes hard Magnezone on the turn grassy terrain is going down, so that's an interesting call on his part. Yeah, we just saw this was not Scarf, I don't think, so I can Earthquake here. And I think get rid of the Mon. Let me just make sure Earthquake kills before I do this. Magnezone. Shift Gear against Pinsir. I think it'll kill, for sure. Oh yeah, easily. So Earthquake here, knock that Pokemon out, nice. Coco is about to come out. To which I gotta go hard Bulu just to reverse that terrain, as I said. And I think I'm gonna be using Feeny as my Zygarde check at this point, because I can't really deal with it in any other fashion, so I gotta get a bit of quick attack damage off if I can, and then go Feeny and Moonblast it is what I'm thinking. Or maybe I can get Bulu back to a good amount of health too, that's always an option, but if Coco comes out right here, I have to switch out, which is the problem. So it does decide to go Tapu Koko. I'm going to switch out here into my Bulu, just to get rid of the terrain, of course. And yeah, I think I'm going to try to knock out this Zygarde with my Feeny. So it goes right for Taunt, I don't really care about that, he can't really do anything here. Except to go hard Hawlucha, so I'll be Horn Leeching here. Goes right for Reflect. I mean, your terrain is going to go down, man. And I think Feeny can beat this Pokemon. So I'll go right here for Horn Leech again on the U-turn. Is he going to go Hawlucha now? Like, what's up? Hawlucha comes out. Can't really do anything here, though, which is interesting. I think I sack off my Heatran. Heatran's, like, very expendable, but then I could put myself in a bad spot against a potential SD variant, but he can just restall me here, so I don't see the need to stay in. Yeah, he's going to go for the SD, and now he's going to hide Jump Kick and whatnot. I'll go for Magma Storm. I need to hit this attack, is going to be very big. If he decides to SD again, but he just goes right for the high Jump Kick, so that's good. If I go Pinsir, I'll lose to Bulu, I think. I think I go Feeny first, but I don't know if Feeny can take Acrobatics because it's not... He hasn't activated his Seed yet, but the problem is, if I go Feeny here, which I have to, and click Moonblast, he could potentially have Poison Jab, which is a little bit scary. Do you have Poison Jab, man? Can I live a Poison Jab? Because I'm going to 1v1 the Zygarde with my Bulu, is what I'm thinking, so I got to go for Moonblast here and really hope that it's able to get the job done. Because Coco will either die on entry or die to the Moonblast, and then that'll not allow this thing to set up, but it could give him a stronger Acrobatics, but it would be the exact same power that it has right now, so I'm not quite sure where my opponent wants to go with this right here. Goes for high Jump Kick, and this Moonblast should be able to knock it out. Nice. Zygarde is probably going to come out now, unless Coco actually lives the rocks, which I don't think it does. It says 12%, but that could be like 11.8 or 11.7. So I don't know, interesting scenario. Coco comes out and dies to rocks, okay, so his Zygarde's the last Pokemon. My play is just click Moonblast. If you are a weakness policy Zygarde, actually I can taunt here. Just prevent it from setting up entirely. That's my play, for sure. I should be faster, unless he's like max speed Dragon Dance, but he's not. Prevent the Dragon Dance and Moonblast him down, so this should be good as long as he doesn't have like Iron Tail crit or anything. Goes right for 1,000 arrows. It looks like I'll live any speed from that range, so he's going to go ahead and forfeit. I can't believe I nearly messed up against that Manaphy. Like, I really thought he would not... I really thought he would still be paralyzed, and I completely blanked about hydration, but thankfully we were able to go ahead and win anyway, and I'll be right back with another game. Okay, so an interesting thing just happened. I just got a game. First of all, I forgot to hit start record, which was pretty funny, and then it turns out I didn't have defog on my Feeny this entire time, and the only way I could break through that Toxic Stall was with my Mega Pinsir, so my opponent basically got up rocks and just stalled me out, so it would have been like a 15-minute recording anyway. I actually thought I was recording the entire time, but let's go ahead and face this Mono Fire team right here, which I don't know why I'm finding in the 1800s, but I'll take it considering I'm trying to feature my Specs Lando here, so possibly does my opponent send our Torkoal or Charizard? I'm thinking maybe Feeny here could be a good counter lead to those. Let's go ahead and do that. Throw off a Taunt here. I really don't mind Solar Beam coming out. I don't have a Water type attack on this, so it is what it is. Of course I take off the Scald, right, when I find Mono Fire, but it is what it is. He has a Sun team anyway, so it would have been neutral damage. But yeah, I don't want him getting rocks up, so I'm going to taunt it. as my opponent tries to fire spin me in here. I could go Heatran. I'm just gonna Nature's Madness though. Like, gives me 50% on Entei now. This probably is gonna be like Solar Beam, I'm thinking. Like some sort of special set. I don't really need Tapu Fini, so I'll just Nature's Madness again. On the Howl, okay. I'm going to start Moonblasting now. Sacred Fire, +1 Sacred Fire on the Sun hurts a lot. This should knock it out. Okay, so Entei is down, which is interesting. What does Magcargo do? I'm kind of confused about what that thing does. He could go back to Torkoal here. Goes Delphox, so this 100% has Solar Beam, but I'll be clicking Nature's Madness first. And then trying to get this thing into range of Mega Pinsir, which, never mind, the Mega Pinsir is not going to outspeed this. So thankfully I connect my attack. This is scary. I don't actually know how I'm going to beat this Pokemon. Maybe Heatran can do the job. Click Nature's Madness again here, just to make sure that if he Calm Minds again, he's in range of Quick Attack. Goes for Psychic. I'm going to go ahead and bring out my Heatran here and just click. I should probably get up Rocks, to be honest, but I need the Earth Power damage for my thing, for the Quick Attack. So I could have actually gotten up Rocks there, but it's fine. I can get Rocks up on what comes out next, unless it's Zardex, which, if it is, that's going to be interesting. This is going to Nasty Plots. I'm going to get up Rocks. As my opponent goes ahead and clicks Taunt. Great play. I'll go ahead and Earth Power now. On the Toxic, that's very cool because he has the ability Corrosion, obviously. I'll go ahead and just click Earth Power again, I think. Maybe I could go... I mean, Tapu Bulu is not actually doing anything, but it could stall out maybe Magcargo or Torkoal. Tries to Taunt again, I guess expecting a switch. So my opponent's clearly going for a win with Mega Charizard X, which is going to be very scary to deal with. In fact, it might just sweep me, like outright. I don't think I can do anything about that. I have a defensive Landorus-T though, but it can't attack it unless it Mega Evolves, so that's why I'm kind of scared right now. I also have Quick Attack pressure for Mega Pinsir. It would be Zard Y though, right? Like, why would you run Zard X on Sun? Goes Torkoal. I'm going to trade Rocks here. Yeah, that's an okay trade with me. I'm willing to get damage on the biggest threat to my team. Now I'll go ahead and throw off this nice Inferno Overdrive. I honestly don't even know if it does more than Earth Power. It does a lot though, so I'll take that. Spins on me, I'll go ahead and click this again. And would it make a difference? I don't think so, but I'll go for last ditch effort Rocks. I mean, it's my play. And now, if it's Zard Y, then Magnezone can win, which is what's interesting. I'll go here into this and click Volt Switch, and then I'll bring up my Mega Pinsir just to prevent the setup, is what I'm thinking. Because I need to prevent that Zardex from sweeping me if it is Zardex, so that's the way I see that going. And if it is Shell Smash Magcargo, I think that's what it does, right? Shell Smash. I mean, I have Earthquake, and it's a Rock Fire type. So yeah, knock that out. Bring in Pinsir here to always prevent setup in case that is Zard X. If he goes Magcargo, it could be an Air Balloon, which would be a little bit scary. Could also be Sash Smash, I think, maybe. I don't even know if it gets Shell Smash. That's the interesting thing. But yeah, this guy's running a really cool team. He goes Charizard. Okay, so I'm going to Mega Evolve here and always click Frustration. This should be Zard X, is what I'm thinking right here. And once I get damage off on it, I can pick it off with my Magnezone if he attacks me. Now, if he's Bulky Zardex, Dragon Dance Roost with like a lot of defense, I could lose here. Which is not really a set that you see anymore. Bulky Zardex was innovated by AIM and I forget who else, but somebody used it in a tournament match once and then it got popular, but Magcargo is going to come out and try to sweep me, I guess. It doesn't even get the ability Sturdy, so I should be able to knock this out here with Earthquake and secure the game. It's actually going to be Sash, okay. But I have a fresh Quick Attack here, so that's not going to matter. And I'll go ahead and drop a GG in the chat, and I'm glad I'm able to go ahead and win this game after the events of the one that I forgot to hit record in. So we're able to go ahead and pick up the win, and I'll be right back with another game. Okay, I got the next game right here. My opponent has no Earth Power switch-ins except for the Superior, so if I can Sludge Wave that once, I could put myself in a great spot. In fact, I'm going to try to do that early. I mean, he could lead off with Gran for sure. Yeah, it does lead off with Gran right here, so I gotta switch out. I think Fini is more expendable than Bulu here, because Bulu can help me take on Pokemon like Zygarde and Magearna, whereas Fini is just worn down by Mawile plus Koko, so, and Superior, so let's go ahead and bring this out on the upcoming T-Spike right here. I'll defog that away on what I'm assuming is going to be a U-turn out into Tapu Koko. Yeah, I don't really mind any of this. He could Gunk Shot if he has it, but He's going to go for Gunk Shot and miss. That's good for me. And I'll go ahead and just Nature's Madness again. I mean, Nature's Madness for the first time here. Bring him down to 50%, and like I said, I just spammed Defog to prevent this T-Spec. Never mind, that crit me. I guess it kind of makes up for the other one, so I can't really complain. That's kind of unfortunate, though. I needed to prevent this T-Spike, and now I can't. Protean Gran, always the problem. Let's go ahead and bring this out here and click Volt Switch is what I'm thinking. Goes right for Spike. Okay. This is annoying. I'm gonna go Pinsir and just get rid of it. Like, I'm done here. Yeah, go ahead and get up all of them. I'll go ahead and click Quick Attack now. Yeah, that's the problem with Scarf Magnezone. If it had 10 more base speed and reached base 70, that would be so good. Of course, my opponent lives on 1 and gets the kill. Yeah, this is not going very well, in case you couldn't tell. In fact, I think I just lose. Maybe he can't hit Heatran. I don't even know if I have a win con. Like, what can I do here? I'll go for Earth Power and knock it out, I guess. That could help me. He has 2 layers of T-Specs, 2 spikes up, with just a lead Gren, so this is kind of a problem, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what he's gonna do to revenge me here, though, besides go Zygarde, and Zygarde gives me Landorus-T. So I'll be bringing that out now, and I don't know, can I win this? I can win it if my opponent gives me Mawile, but then again, he has 2 layers of T-Specs up, so that's the problem, too. So it goes right for that. I'll go ahead and click Specs HP Ice here, and do 64%, as my opponent goes for a Dragon Dance. Is this Z-Dragon? Paint Split. This is still going to go down, which is good. So I get rid of that, so at least we make the match a little bit closer, but I don't know. I mean, maybe Heatran can get a KO here. If I win this game, that would be very funny, but I don't think I can, unfortunately. Just due to the terrible start, me not really playing well on Greninja at all. But I didn't really see how I stopped it as a lead. Like, I didn't have anything that could outspeed it. I didn't have... He had a Rock Slide just for my Pinsir. And maybe I should have just not Mega Evolved, but then I wouldn't have gotten enough Quick Attack damage off, so... Who knows? I don't know. But this looks like it's just going to be an L here. Unless Tapu Bulu wants to be that guy. I still do have checks to Superior and the Magearna here, though, which is interesting. Here, I think I just go Magnezone. It's not really doing anything for me anymore. As my opponent decides to go for Reflect, that's fine. I can go right here for a Volt Switch. And bring out my... I'm thinking I go back to Landorus here and click Earth Power. Hopefully he taunts expecting a Defog is what I'm thinking. And then I can try to stop Superior with my Heatran is what I'm thinking from there. Decides to go for U-turn, so I'm assuming Superior is about to come back out, or come out. Nothing else can actually take Earth Power. I mean, Magearna probably takes it just fine behind screen. Yeah, Magearna's gonna eat this up. And I gotta use Heatran for that. It gives me Mawile, which this should get to it KO'd. Or just go down behind the screen, that works too. So it looks like I may actually have a chance at winning this. Maybe. Because I still get the kill with my Z move, which is gonna be really helpful. I still have checks to Superior with my Heatran. Bulu's not a check, so Heatran is exclusively here for Superior. If he goes Superior now, which he kind of has to, he can't really do much to my Heatran. And I don't think there's a double he could make that would take advantage of this, so I'll go Heatran here. As he may double to Coco if he really wants to, but what do you have, like Thunderbolt? Goes right for sub, okay. I will be going for my Magma Storm here. I gotta hope I hit it. I can actually win this game here if I hit these Magma Storms, is what I'm thinking. Goes for Leech Seed, okay. That's a little bit of an issue. I can go here into Landorus-T. And U-turn out on what I'm expecting to be another sub. And then ideally my opponent goes for Leech Seed. Yeah, so it goes for that. I'll go ahead and click U-turn here. And then bring out my Magnezone and spam Flash Cannon until this thing knocks me out. Of course my opponent does that. Okay, come on, click Leech Seed here at least, not Leaf Storm. Leaf Storm. And I don't even break it through the disguise. Yeah, this is over. Unless Tapu Bulu can 1v1. Or do I just go to Magnezone here and hope that can do the job? Which I know it can't. Let's try it. Maybe I can Volt Switch out here and get in Heatran again. Because he's not going to outspeed me, that's the problem. I'm thankfully able to break the sub. I'll sack off Landorus now on the Leech Seed. And I really hope that I can actually prevent the sub right here if my opponent does go for that. Because if I U-turn out here and break the sub, I can actually knock it out with my Heatran next, which could be really helpful here. So I already know what my opponent's going to do. He's going to do the thing where he just goes for sub until I miss. Okay, I just need to connect a few Magma Storms. It's a lot to ask for, I know, but come on, Heatran. I have Taunt just for this Magearna to prevent it from setting up. There's a not a miss. Nice. 2 more, I think, is what I need to maybe have a chance here. Maybe if I put it in range of Flash Cannon, that could work too. Maybe. Just attack me, man. Make your best play and just go for Leaf Storm. To get damage off for Mag. Yeah, I think that's what my opponent should do here, but he's just playing off the miss, which if I hit 2 more of these, I think I win. I hit that one. And let's see right here. I hit that one. And now all I gotta do is Earth Power to break, to knock it out. I mean, how many Magma Storms was that? 5? I'll take it. Anybody who plays like this, just spam sub until you miss. I feel so good about hitting all of them, to be honest. Like, that feels so good. I know that sounds kind of toxic, but like, the superior set just relies on hacks most of the time. You just sub until they miss an attack or get fully paralyzed due to glare. So I'm knocked that out, and I don't know if he can actually do anything with these last 2 mons. He can try to go for para hacks with on the Magearna. I'm assuming he goes Coco first and obviously gets up the screen. But yeah, I'm gonna be. I think I might be able to win this if I don't get paralyzed. So he tried to go off para hacks there too, which I knew he would. Let's go right for Earth Power on what's going to be a light screen. Bring him down. Click Earth Power again here on maybe a Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt's to knock me out. I think I go Bulu here. I click SD on maybe a Taunt. Gets up Reflect actually, so that's a little bit annoying. I'll get up another SD here. I don't know, I may lose anyway, which is going to be unfortunate for sure. So he's going to go Magearna here. I'm going to click Horn Leech to get my health back. And if he shift gears up and he has the correct set, he just wins on the spot. Assuming he has a fighting type attack and can knock out my Magnezone. But even then, behind screens he'll be fine, I think, so yeah, I don't know what to think here. Goes back to Coco, huh? Just to reverse my terrain, I guess. Okay, so not a bad idea, I guess, on his part. Goes back to Magearna. I'll Superpower here, it's my best play. Just get as much damage as I can. Maybe I'll crit through the screen. Got lots of spectators here. But yeah, let's see what I can do right here. I think this Magearna sweeps me. Unfortunately, after all that. Yeah, Superpower's not doing enough. Goes for Trick Room. Wait a minute. He went for Trick Room. So if I can stall out this Trick Room enough, Landorus can come out after, no, it's paralyzed. I think paralyzed Lando outspeeds Trick Room Mag. 121 to 251. Is 121 the lowest it goes? Magearna. 0. 120 is the lowest it goes, so I can outspeed this with Lando, it's all I need to do. So my play here is to Synthesis. On a Flash Cannon. I need to stall out how many turns? 2 it looks like. Can I stall out 2 turns here? Is what I need to do. So Thunderbolt's my play. He has a Z move, yeah, that's a game. Unfortunately could not do anything here. He has the Trick Room up, and that's going to be the game right there. So I'll go ahead and drop a GG, I guess. I don't know, that match left a bad taste in my mouth right there. I definitely did not like how he played a superior. Like, he had all the momentum going in, and then after that, I don't know where he threw it all, but he's able to win anyway, and that's unfortunate. I definitely don't know how I feel about that one, but I'll be right back with another game anyway. Alright, so I was looking back at the footage for my last battle right there, and I definitely should not have gotten as salty as I did, considering how many Magma Storms I hit, but it happens. I was kind of surprised too, because I usually never get that annoyed on video, or even when playing Pokemon in general, to be honest. But let's go ahead and play this guy right here. Kyurem Black is 100% his best lead, so I actually don't have anything good against that. I'll lead off here with Feeny because it can take one Fusion Bolt. Yeah, he's going to lead off with Kyurem Black, and I mean, we can trade damage here. I don't really need Feeny for anything in particular. Yeah, he's going to go for the Fusion Bolt. Is that banded? Thankfully, it's not banded. It is Life Orb, and Moonblast is going to do a very sizable amount of damage there. So that puts it in range of my Pinsir, which is very nice. I'll go ahead and click Moonblast again here. On a Roost, yeah, I wasn't switching out there, man. And I'm able to go ahead and keep my Feeny, which is very cool right here. I'm thinking this will be our last game right now, but yeah, let's see what my opponent brings out right here. He has Zygarde, which is definitely a threat if he weakens my Lando, because my Feeny is already taken damage right here, and Pinsir can be a threat, but thankfully I do have a Scarf Mag, so like I said, I don't really see the need to keep this at 35%. I'll just go ahead and Moonblast this on the return, which is not that big of a deal. And now that he has clicked return, I can go ahead and bring this Pokemon out, and I will be clicking Specs HP Ice here, as he's going to go Landorus-T. Can we get off a Landorus-T KO on the last game right here? Gone. That is so cool, and let's see what my opponent brings out next right here. Yeah, I didn't think it would be Sash or Yachi Berry or anything like that, and Scissor was a good mid-ground, but it's regular Scissors, so I didn't know if that was something my opponent was interested in. Earth Power is spammable except for Pinsir, so that's something I have to keep in mind right here, and decides to go Scissor now. I think a good mid-ground could be Magnezone's the obvious play, is what I mean. Heatran could be a good mid-ground, but they both kind of invite in Zygarde, to which I don't really like facing off against. I'll go Mag in case he wants to choke and go Pinsir instead. That is Choice Band. I'm thinking he'll go Pinsir and then maybe double to Zygarde. He just goes Zygarde, okay. So I'll go out into my Landers here, and I could go Bulu too. I should have gone Bulu. My opponent goes for Dragon Dance though, so I'll click Specs HP Ice again, and maybe put in some work here, is what I'm thinking. Because, I mean, as long as I keep Magnezone out of range of that quick attack, I can't lose to Pinsir, which is going to be important. So yeah, I don't think I can switch in Magnezone anymore. If he's super powered with the Scissor right there, that would have been a great play. But I didn't really see another better play right there, so he does go Scissor right here. Maybe should have Earth Powered, but I get some nice chip off, and I'll go Heatran this time because, like I said, I can't let my Magnezone get in range of that Pinsir, so this is, in my opinion, the best option, as my opponent goes for another Banded U-turn. And does a lot less to Heatran right here. Maybe I should have just gone Heatran the second time too. So my opponent can either go Pinsir here or Zygarde again. I'm thinking Pinsir is going to come out now. Go Zygarde again, okay, so I gotta be careful about his Scarf Mag if that is what it is. I'll let's go back to Lando on the 1000 Arrows, and I'll go ahead and Earth Power this time since he may go back to the Scissor. I don't think he would risk Pinsir ever. I think Scissor is a much better option here. And I kind of want to get some nice momentum going. Because if he goes Pinsir, it'll be what it is. Actually, no, I kind of have to HP Ice, don't I? No, he goes Scissor. I was thinking if he went Pinsir, then what would have happened was, first of all, that died. Goes Pinsir now. I gotta go Hard Mag to prevent an SD sweep. Yeah, I don't care if he Earthquakes. If he SDs up too many times, I basically lose. So I have to do that right there. Now what I get to do is go out into my own Pinsir and maybe go for a Speed Tie here. Or maybe I just Quick Attack to put it in range of Lando is what I'm thinking. But then if he SDs up on my Quick Attack, that could be bad. Maybe I Speed Tie here is what I'm thinking. I don't know, how much would Quick Attack actually do though? I'll go for Frustration. As my opponent wins the Speed Tie, I mean, it happens, right? I mean, I had to go for something, and I don't think this will be able to knock him out now, unfortunately. I'll go for the HP Ice here. I think I'll switch out, so I'll just go for U-turn. Yeah, as my opponent decides to go Magnezone, I'll go out into my Heatran here, and just go ahead and throw up rocks now. Just to get that Pinsir like weakened if I can. So he goes for Volt. I'll go ahead and get my rocks up on what I'm assuming is going to be Zygarde coming in, so I'm able to go ahead and catch that, and that did a lot for that Pokemon. I'll go here into Tapu Bulu. So I had to get that, I had to get those up because of the fact that I kind of lose to Pinsir if I don't. I mean, even then I might lose to Pinsir because it could just set up SDs on Bulu. It kind of makes me want to not even switch out here. But I don't have another option. If my Landorus gets in range of that Pinsir, I lose, so I gotta go Bulu here, and I have to spam Horn Leech is what I'm thinking. Or at least Horn Leech until he's in range of my... I gotta actually SD up is what I'm thinking here. Or maybe I Superpower expecting... But then if I Superpower expecting Magnezone, I lose anyway. So yeah, I have to go for SD here. Z Iron Tail? Really? Oh my god. Okay, he got me there. I'll bring out my Landorus here, and my only hope is that this OHKOs for some reason, and I'm able to go ahead and knock this out. Goes hard Magnezone, okay. He can click Thunderbolt here. I'm assuming he'll just Flash Cannon. Yeah, this is scary. I don't know what I can do here. I think I just lose. Maybe if I Earth Powered there I could have won, but... No, if I Earth Powered I lost. So maybe I made the correct play. Goes for Volt, so I should have just stayed in and spammed. But it's okay. He'll go back to Pinsir here and take 50%. Wait, he's at 50? I thought he was at 75 when he switched out, but I guess not. Just goes for a return, and yeah, there's nothing I can do here, unfortunately. I can try to HP Ice through his team. It's not going to be enough, so I'll just go ahead and drop the GG and forfeit the game right there. And we're going to end it off at 4-2 right there. I actually thought I had a good shot at that last game, especially after catching Landau and catching Kyurem early, but my opponent was just had a too overlong of a matchup against me, between Pinsir, just wrecking my entire team, weakening me with Magnezone, which was my main scissor response besides Heatran. I definitely don't know what I could have done differently there, but at least we made a positive net gain in terms of our ELO this live, but we lost a ton of points right there in that game. 28 right there, so that's really unfortunate, but I had a ton of fun regardless. I sure hope you guys enjoyed, despite me getting a little bit salty in that second to last game. I know, but once again, the team will be down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out, and I'll see you next time. Later.